A lot of teachers are rewriting their wills. This is a very serious thing.
COVID-19 has made educators take a hard look at whether to continue their careers in teaching. With so many what ifs and big questions still unanswered, teachers are only a month away from going back to school.
It's very hard to plan when you don't know what you're going to do in just a matter of weeks.
In Southern Oregon, with lower cases of coronavirus, the Medford Education Association says it wants to return to school in the fall.
It's still changing every day. We think one thing one day and the next day it changes, but we're trying to get, like you mentioned, we're trying to get as many kids in the building learning as we can.
While in-person school is recommended for students nationwide, many educators worry it can't be done safely. Over 12,000 Oregon educators and school staff have now joined a Facebook group calling for a, quote, safe return to campus statewide. Their goal?
14 days of no new cases in a county ensures that it's safe for students to come back for face-to-face instruction. A lot of times in schools, we set a date. We say, we're going to start school on September the 9th, but the virus doesn't care what your calendar is.
The governor providing some answers for teachers and parents in a Tuesday press conference. She says in order for in-person learning to occur, each county needs to be under 10 cases per 100,000 people for the preceding 7 days.
I want to be really clear that our highest priority is to open our schools to in-person instruction for our students.
Educators still worry this year will be different.
So the school of the past is not what they would be coming back to.
Ian Maurer from Portland's Cleveland High School says mental health for everyone is a huge concern.
It would be traumatic for a student to return to a school and then have it shut down, or even worse, have a peer or a teacher get sick and pass away.
Districts say they're working to make it safer for staff to return in the fall, but navigating the unpredictable is no easy feat.
There's a lot of little details that honestly nobody knows the answer to, but we're working on.
With teachers statewide left wondering about their health and safety if they do return to in-person learning this fall, some are taking it upon themselves to educate kids from the safety of their own homes.
I'm choosing to instead evolve with the education system.
Medford charter school teacher Crystal Lucas says the pandemic is opening new doors for her as an educator. Lucas says she was let go by Medford's Kids Unlimited Academy this year as the school restructured to meet the needs of the pandemic. Now she's restructuring her own ideas of education to try a different approach to schooling.
There have been homeschool co-ops for as long as there's been traditional school. It just now is on the mind and in the faces of everyday parents.
She says she believes the added struggles of teaching during this pandemic could cause issues for students in these new types of classrooms.
If we have students 6 feet apart and I have 28 students and I'm at the front of the class, are the students in the back of the class who are, 6 times 28 feet, they're very, very far from the actual instructor, are they going to be able to hear me?
Lucas says she thinks more families and maybe even some teachers will make the switch to homeschooling because it may be a more viable option today.
That way, when they do make the decision that the traditional classroom environment is safe and they choose to go back, that they are on grade level or even above grade level.
In Medford, Devin Gooden, NBC5 News.